All right, welcome to Thursday, day 8 of our online math learning series. So today is multiplication, so I have 4 standard algorithm multiplication problems for you, and then at the end I have a word problem for you. Just like the last couple videos, pause it when you get to the problem, solve it on your own, so then they count for your assignments for the week if you do them on your own first before you check them. So pause the screen, solve, and then restart the screen whenever you finished solving the problem. All right, so the first, I have 2 already written down on the board, so you can go ahead and pause and solve these 2. All right, so now that you're back with me, we're gonna go ahead and solve this first one, the 2,761 times 2 first. So I wanna start in my ones place, and I'm gonna take 2 times 1, which is 2. Then I'm gonna take 2 times 6, which is 12. Remember, I can't have more than 9 in a group, so I grab the 10 and move them over so that 1 goes in my hundreds place now. So 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1, which is 15, and I carry my 1. I'm already thinking ahead there. So then 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 1, which is 5. So I got 5,522, and I want to add my comma in between my hundreds place and my thousands place. All right, the next one, same thing. I want to start in my ones place and work my way over. So 5 times 4 is 20. Write my 0. Bunch up those 2, bring them over. 5 times 8, which is 40, plus 2, which is 42. Carry my 4. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 4 is 9, and then 5 times 9 is 45. So I get 45,920, and I put my comma in between my thousands and my hundreds. All right, 2 already done. Let's move on to the next 2. So the next one is a 2 by 2. So it is 47 times 63. Go ahead and pause your screen and solve. All right, so my first step, what I like to do, and I know my friends, this is how we did it in class, I like to circle the 3 so that I know that's what I'm taking. I'm multiplying first. So it's just like we just did, 47 times 3. I don't even want to think about that 6 yet. So I want to do 3 times 7, which is 21. I'm going to carry my 2. 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 plus 2 is 14. So far I have 141. So now that I'm done with the 3, I'm gonna cross it out, and I'm gonna write that 0 down here. So it's kind of like we made a 0, then I cross it out, and I dropped it down here. I also wanna cross off the 2, because I've already used that. I don't wanna accidentally use it on my next step. All right, so now I'm gonna move over and take 6 times 47. So just like we just did, we don't have to worry. It's just like doing that. I don't wanna have to worry about the 3 at all. I'm just gonna multiply by the 6. So 6 times 7 is 42. I write my 2, carry my 4. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 4 is 28. So that's what I have so far. So double check your work. And now I'm going to add them together. So 1 plus 0 is 1, 4 plus 2 is 6, 8 plus 1 is 9, and then 2 plus 0 is 2. So I should have gotten 2,961. Put my comma. Awesome job if you got that one right. High five, that's an awesome. Those are get a little tricky, so I'm glad we're practicing them. All right, the next one. We're gonna do 86 times 25. Go ahead and pause your screen and solve. All right, so I'm gonna start with the 5. So just like I did on the last one, I'm gonna circle it. So then I know that's what I'm working with first. So 5 times 6 is 30. I write my 0, carry my 3. 5 times 8 is 40, and then I added my 3, which is 43. and then I'm going to cross out the 3 because I already used it. So I'm going to cross it out. I don't want to forget and accidentally add that in later. So I cross it out. And then I'm also going to take this 0 that we made, right? So this is like a 20 now. So I'm going to cross out the 0, and I'm just going to drop it down. And now all I have to do is take 86 times 2. So 2 times 6 is 12. Carry my 1. 2 times 8 is 16. Plus 1 is 17. And then I have this so far. And I'm going to add them together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 2 is 5. 7 plus 4 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. And then that's my answer with my comma. 2,150. All right, and we're already on the last problem. We're already on the word problem. So for the word problem, just like the last time, I want you to write a statement first. So find the question, write a statement first, draw your tape diagram, and then solve. Okay, so I want you to try on your own first, and then we can go over it together. So here's your word problem. Noah A. and Tony opened a pizza shop. They used 7 pieces of pepperoni on a small pizza. How many pieces of pepperoni will they use to make 1,398 small pizzas? So go ahead and pause. That should not be there. But go ahead and pause and solve. All right, so the first thing I need to do is find what the question is in the problem. So if I reread it, I say Noah A. and Tony opened a pizza shop. They used 7 pieces of pepperoni on a small pizza. How many pieces of pepperoni will they use to make 1,398 small pizzas? So to write my question, I'm going to underline my question. So the question is, how many pieces of pepperoni will they use to make 1,398 small pizzas? So my statement, I'm going to turn that question around. Part of my answer should be part of my question. So I'm going to say Noah and Tony will use, so Noah and Tony will use blank pepperonis. Oh no, and my pen is again going out. Okay, so I'm switching to a different pen. Pepperonis. So for my tape diagram, I'm going to draw my 2 boxes and my total. So for this one, we don't know the total. We don't know the total number of pepperonis. So that's going to go at the bottom. We'll write total pepperonis. Now these 2 boxes represent how many would they use for 1 small pizza, which is 7. And then we need to know how many pizzas are they trying to make. So they're trying to make 1,398. So just like an addition and subtraction, when I have part, I'm going to do for part for addition, I add, and part for multiplication and division, I multiply. So I'm going to multiply 1,398 times 7. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Like that. So you should have gotten that so far. So that's where I'm going to solve right there. So 8 times 7 is 56. So I write my 6 here, carry my 5. So now 7 times 9 is 63, and 63 plus 5 is 68. So I write my 8, carry my 6. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 6 is 27. Carry my 2. 7 times 1 is 7. Oh my goodness, get on text messages. 7 times 1 is 7, and 7 plus 2 is 9. So I should have gotten 9,786. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of pepperonis. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that back in my statement, and that's my last step of a word problem. So I'm going to write that number on my blank spot. So now when I read my statement, it should say Noah and Tony will use 9,786 pepperonis. Awesome, and we're already done with math for the day, so good job. Don't forget, at noon, we're gonna be doing our Google Meet, so make sure you log on to the Google Classroom and check out the assignment so that you can see how to log on to that. All right, I'll see you guys later.